On the phone with me, WWE's Antonio Cesaro, just ahead of the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view this weekend. You can catch that on pay-per-view this Sunday. It's going to be a great show. You should, too. Once again, here he is, Antonio Cesaro, U.S. champion. How you feeling ahead of the Elimination Chamber this Sunday?
Oh, I'm feeling great. I feel like I have an advantage over The Miz. Thanks to him attacking me first Monday night on Raw. I'm very looking forward to the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view this Sunday. And I think it's very exciting for the fans as well.
Yeah, I got to tell you, man, I'm born and raised United States of America, and we're so proud to have you as U.S. champion, to show us the right way to do things. Do you think a lot of fans feel that way about you?
Well, I'm really glad they do feel that way, and I think a lot of the fans should feel that way. Unfortunately, a lot of the Americans are kind of stubborn, and they don't want to, they don't like to hear the truth, and that's what I feel like I'm telling them. So I'm glad you feel that way, and that's how it should be.
One by one, I think that you'll capture all of them. I see big things for you, Antonio. I'm very excited to follow your career. I've been following it for a long time. You've been around for a while, and you're obviously from Switzerland. So I wonder, how did you get started? Who trained you?
Oh, a long story if you have some time. I'll make it short. I started playing all kinds of different sports in Switzerland, and I started playing rugby a little bit because I liked it a lot, and then I got kicked out. As we heard on WWE TV, started wrestling, trained in Germany, all over the place, all over the world, moved to the US, wrestled all over the world, and then I came to WWE. Before
you came to WWE and you were showing your wares around the world, what drove you to be a wrestler when you got involved in it? Did you want to go to the WWE, or were you just happy doing it,
I love it. It's a sport I love. And, there came a time where WWE was the logical next step, and I took it, and now I'm your United States champion.
Yes, you are. Now, you're in Switzerland, though, when all this starts. How do you get a break in Switzerland? WWE comes to find you? How's that go?
No, well, I came over here, and then I made WWE find me, or I found WWE. So that's, I think, how it happened. I'm the first Swiss wrestler ever in WWE, and the first actually mainland European wrestler. There's a bunch of the guys, of course, like White Barrett and Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, William Regal, Fit Finlay, that came from the British Islands, but nobody really from mainland Europe, and I'm the first one, so something I'm really proud of.
You should be. I mean, listen, we do a lot of social networking here. I like to talk to the fans. A couple questions from the fans, Antonio. They want to know, why tape your thighs? What does that do for you in the ring?
Well, speaking of social networking, you can catch me at Antonio Cesaro on Twitter. Regarding my thigh pads, they come from rugby, and they're there to help the lifting on lineouts, and it's just something that prepares me for a match and gets my focus right. And it gives me, I can dry my hands on it too for wrestling, which is very handy. So it's just something I like.
Take some of that tape off, and if you need to, maybe choke an opponent. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe that's the key to victory with The Miz this weekend at the Elimination Chamber. But a lot of people also wondering, look, you have an incredible physique. So being on the road, traveling all the time, how do you keep that physique?
A lot of discipline. You have to eat right, and you have to work out a lot. And that's what I do. I work out almost every day, and I try to eat as well as possible.
That's a great answer. Antonio Cesaro on the phone just ahead of the Elimination Chamber this weekend. And Antonio, another fan wants to know, what is your favorite ice cream flavor?
I don't eat ice cream.
No? Never?
Nope.
Now you train too hard. It's mysterious about your ice cream flavor they put. I don't know what that even means.
Yeah.
The same person also wants to know about the time, and I don't know a lot about this. I saw a YouTube clip. Apparently, before you came to WWE, you got in a fight with a pair of ring steps, and you did a European uppercut to the ring steps. What's that deal?
That happened. Yeah. Don't mess with me. If you're a bunch of ring steps, or if you're The Miz, don't mess with me. Bad things happen.
Yeah, I mean, you beat those ring steps up, so I can't imagine what you're going to do to The Miz this weekend. I've never seen a wrestler, aside from maybe the Bushwhackers or maybe like Colonel Mustafa or something, do something with their arms like that. Where did that come from, the thing you do with your arms?
Did you just compare me to the Bushwhackers and Colonel Mustafa?
Hey, man. That's a compliment.
All right. Well, it's just something I started doing, and it stuck with it. I call it my anti-aircraft cannons, or my cannons. So, gotta fire your guns before you go to the ring, right?
Yeah, it gets everybody pumped up and all, man. What about before you go to the ring? You're in the back, you're getting ready to go out there. When you're standing right by the curtain, what goes through your mind before like a big match? Do you have any superstitions, anything you do on the way to the ring or before you go out there?
Well, as I said, I have my cannons before I go to the ring. Other than that, what goes through my mind, I couldn't tell you. I'm just very focused on winning the match.
Okay. So I know what the answer to this is going to be, but I got to ask, what are your predictions? You know, the future for Antonio Cesaro. Let me tell you what I see. I see a guy who came to WWE, has all the tools, has done it all even before he got to WWE, and I see you coming in, and I see that you're going to be there for a long time, and I think you're going to continue your climb, and you're going to become a major superstar. Would you, say that's correct?
Well, I don't look that far in the future. What I look for is always the next thing that's on my agenda, and that's right now it's the Elimination Chamber and defending my United States Championship. I really think I'm the greatest United States champion of all time, but that's what I'm here to prove, and that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to try to be United States champion for a long, very long time. And all that starts is next Sunday at the Elimination Chamber. That's the next step. That's what I'm focused on.
Well, yeah, there's been a lot of U.S. champions over the history, and you say that you're going to try to establish yourself as the best or one of the best. In your opinion, you got a lot of competition. Who do you think was the best U.S. champion or one of the best ones that you see competition in?
Apart from myself, there's been a lot of great United States champions. For example, Rick Rude was Intercontinental Champion, and Nikita Koloff was a great former Intercontinental Champion. Sergeant Slaughter, who I beat, by the way, was a great United States champion. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, was a great United States champion, even though now I think I'm the American Dream because obviously Americans are too lazy to live the American Dream. There's been so many. Tully Blanchard was another one that was a United States champion. Dean Malenko. The list just goes on and on and on. But like I said, I think Harley Race would be another one. I think I'm the greatest, and I'm going to try to cement my legacy.
Yeah, you're in some good company, and I know you're going to continue to cement your legacy this Sunday at the Elimination Chamber. Before I let you go, I have to ask this because I'm not going to lie. I'm so happy you're in WWE, and I followed your career. And I always thought that before you came to the WWE, when you were going around trying to get signed, you had an amazing entrance song. It was Sledge Hammer. I know you can't use that now from Peter Gabriel. How did you come up with that? I mean, between you and Daniel Bryan, when he came out to the Final Countdown back in the day, two of the best intros I've ever seen. Yeah,
Sledge Hammer is still, by the way, on my repeated playlist, and I listen to it all the time. It's such a great song. Hopefully, I don't know how it works, but I would love to have that song back as my entrance music one day, maybe. But how I came up with it, I heard it on the radio, and I heard an instrument. It was actually a remix of. It was from, if I'm not mistaken, the Big Mama's House soundtrack.
What a way to start a story.
It was like Nas featuring Tremaine Dupri, and they had a sledgehammer beat under their song, and I got the single version of it, and it had an instrumental, which was basically a Sledgehammer remix, and I started using that as my entrance theme. And Sledgehammer is awesome, and I appreciate everybody who associates me, Antonio Cesaro, with that song.
Yeah, I mean, you're using the Sledgehammers this Sunday, Elimination Chamber with Miz. One more before I let you go. This comes from RWC via social networking. He says, could you give us one of your, you don't do it anymore, but one of your infamous heys?
Well, maybe sometime in the future.
Well, listen, Antonio Cesaro, man, I see a lot of good things for you, and I'm so happy you could join us today. And, guys like you are making the wrestling industry even better than it has been. So hopefully we follow your career and we see where it goes. Speaking of pay-per-view, one more before I let you go. WrestleMania is going to be in New Jersey this year at MetLife Stadium. It's going to be huge, always is. Super Bowl of wrestling. I just wonder, it's April 7th. Could be cold. Is there any concern in the WWE locker room about going out there and freezing when you have to go out there and beat somebody up?
I am from Switzerland. You're asking the wrong person.
Yeah, Sheamus said they're going to give him Giant Gonzalo suits. All right, thank you so much.
Sheamus may need one. I don't.
Any parting words for Philadelphia before I let you go?
Thank you, Philadelphia. Wonderful city, and I'm looking forward to coming back to Philadelphia as your United States champion. The greatest champion of Philadelphia will be me. Watch me against The Miz. Defend my United States championship against The Miz at Elimination Chamber this Sunday. You can watch it on pay-per-view, check your local listings, or you can watch it on WWE.com or the WWE app, which is available in iTunes or Google Play or whatever platform you use.
Wow, you got it all down, man. That's awesome. Thank you so much for coming on, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Brian.